know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
Black women are responsible for the broken homes in our community.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And you talking about the Black community? Yeah, I think there's a lot of responsibility on Black women. Sole responsibility, I'm not gonna say sole responsibility, but I would be wrong to be saying that they don't have any responsibility. It don't even make sense to even say that. But yeah, I mean, everybody has their responsibility and a hand in it. It's really hard to look at it as blanketed as the statement is. It's important to peel it back some layers so that we can see specifically a case or an example or a scenario of what causes a broken home. And I think many of y'all was talking about wearing condoms and stuff, but that's very, very, very small and minute, you know, because one could have a oops baby and still make it work and then not necessarily be a broken home. So I think we really got to get down to each particular scenario or issue that's causing separation between man and woman and these families, you know, breaking up. But I would like to comment on what I just seen. Ladies, y'all got to understand, man, the men in these panels, on these shows, you ain't never going to meet a group of men like this that's willing to sit up here hours and hours and listen to you. Most men, I'm gonna be honest, and I think I can speak on behalf of most men. Most men are not gonna sit here and listen to y'all. They gonna just say the hell with y'all, let them die alone. We gonna move on. The guys that's in this space, that's sitting up here willing to come in here every week to listen to y'all, even though we don't agree with y'all, even though y'all are giving us pushback, even though y'all are throwing shade and snipes at us. Most men is not gonna sit here and listen to you.
I feel like, Darwin, it's not about most men listen, because y'all hearing us, y'all not listening. It's not about, it's because we're saying words and your ears are accepting them. You're not listening, because listening is an activity.
And listening is
so you mean, hold on, wait, so let me try to understand that.
Let me just say this because I want to
hold on real quick.
Hold on, Ali, give him a second. I'm coming to you, I promise.
That's a really great point. Listening is an activity.
Well, actually, listening is a skill. That's what it is. Shouts out to Captain Cesariak.
Saying you're giving instructions then, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't push it on me. Do not push it back on the woman. I'm saying you mentioned how y'all are listening, but I'm saying you are just hearing us. You're not listening.
I can prove that we're listening. Watch this. Darwin,
wait a minute.
I'll come to you, I promise. I
think that if we were to have a stenographer record these conversations and then you had to go back and read the transcript, you would realize that when you got to your portion, whatever it is that you're saying, you were reading like, what is this? If you took the name off,
you just proved my point. You're not.
If you didn't see the name of the person who was speaking, and then you went back and you read your portion of the transcript, I guarantee you wouldn't be able to make heads or tails of what was being said. You would be like, I'm confused. This person is not articulating themselves well. So you think we're not listening to you? We are. As Darwin is saying, I write down what y'all are saying. I came back and I responded to exactly
that's so you can react.
What the hell is your problem? If he's writing down what you're saying, he's writing it down to respond back to what you're saying. You're listening right now to react, ma'am. That's what you're doing right now. He just proved that we are listening to you. You sound foolish. Nothing you're saying is making sense. The amount of sense it makes is so disgustingly nonsensical. I don't even know how to say it, that even you won't understand what you're saying when you read it back. So that's why he's saying we are listening to you. You don't think we are because nobody, even yourself, don't understand what the hell is coming out your mouth. But then you just gonna say we're listening to react. That's crazy. She's not listening at all. She's already somewhat triggered then. Is that what that is?
How could I react without listening? How can I accurately react without listening? If I'm writing down what you're saying, how is that proof that I'm not listening? Wouldn't that be proof that I am listening?
Can I
Whether
answer that?
intentions are good or not is irrelevant.
I'll tell you how.
If I'm transcribing what you are saying, how can
So
I
that you can react. So
I
that
do want to get off that whole listening thing. I want to get back on topic to the black women are responsible for the broken homes in our community.
All right, Danielle.
Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. He's proving it right now. He proved it a little bit right there that if she's one of them, that's kind of the reason why we have a broken community, if we want to be honest. If we gonna keep it funky, that's what that was.
Let's slow this thing all the way down. Let's get back to what we was having a conversation about. All right, so you said that y'all decided that y'all wanted to part ways. And then you said, upon a decision, I asked you, why did y'all break it? Why did y'all break up?
okay, so I left him. That's what happened.
Okay, fair enough. So why did you leave?
Because he wasn't what I believe a man was supposed to be.
What do you mean by that?
He wasn't a leader. So it was hard for me to be around him because he wanted me to listen to him. But sometimes men want you to listen because they want obedience, but the shit that's coming out of their mouth is stupid. So it's like, I'm not going to send myself off.
So fair enough. So what was it?
You already sound like a problem. That sound like a problem right there.
Can you give me an example of something that he was trying to get you to listen to? Like what happened?
He would, so he would really want to have conversations about the things I was doing when I was outside of the house. But we're not married. So whatever I do outside of the house it's none of your business. And
Oh, she's stupid. That was dumb. You just said because y'all not married, whatever you do outside has nothing to do with him. That was crazy. She believed that made sense. What's her name? Danielle to the front of the class. You're retarded. Now put the cone on your head into the wall.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
She needs to go look at the wall the whole time. That was wild what she just said. Because you're not married, what you do should mean nothing to him. That's what she said. To the wall.
I feel like
what?
Like if I'm going somewhere, if I'm about to go somewhere, he'll be like, what you doing? Where you at? And it's like, that's too invasive to be asking somebody that you're not married to.
Did he want to marry you?
Yeah.
When did he ask? So he wanted to marry you. He wanted to make you his wife. Why weren't you his wife?
Because I wasn't willing to listen to him be a send-off.
So that means
hold on, wait, bros. I got this. So you mean to tell me that you had a man that wanted to marry you and you said, hey, the things that you telling me that you want me to do, I will not listen to you make those demands or make those commands or tell me how I should move outside the house unless you make a wife out of me, because we're not married, so you can't talk to me about those things. But he tried to make a wife out of you, and you didn't want to do it.
It's not about men are easy. That's what I'm trying to say. Men are. I'll slow down.
Yeah, slow this all the way. So you said okay. So he wanted to have a say in how you behaved out the house. Mm-hmm. Can you give me an idea of what kind of things you were doing outside the house that would make a man step in and say, "Hey, I don't think that's right"?
If I would go it's so many examples I could give, which is funny, I think. But
that's a problem.
One of the biggest three was if I would go out and not have my location on.
I'm sorry. That's all I thought was, wait a minute. Are you saying that a guy who's trying to know where you at and what you're doing, you have your location on for him to know where you at, but sometimes when you go out, you turn your location off? How is that not like a red flag? You sometimes have your location on and off? She's crazy, just like those long titties on her. She's crazy.
There you have it.
What?
I got something to say.
Wait. I am going to ask the ladies this. Vaughn, I know I ain't going to even ask Ali. Vaughn, hold on, wait. Vaughn, Di, and Aisha. Y'all heard that, right?
Yeah.
If you had to say in that scenario, who was the biggest issue in that scenario, who would y'all say was the big issue?
The man.
Danielle, to me, Danielle, you the issue.
Yeah.
Your location. Danielle, I'm sorry. I've been in relationships. I don't give a damn if he know my location. I don't care if he pick up my phone. I don't understand the concept of why that would even be an issue with somebody that you're planning to share your life with. So this is what I say when I say that Black women contribute to their own failures. I don't know where y'all went wrong or what kind of men y'all date.
It wasn't a man. What, Aisha? It's not where the man or whatever. It was fentanyl. She literally did a lot of it, and now she's stuck. Like, you know, you ever hear those stories about somebody who got, like, they took too much acid or something like that, and now they're forever seeing everything in weird shapes or whatever? That's what it is. She did way too much of that fatty wop. She did way too much of that, and now she's stuck. She is stuck being batshit crazy. She look confused. It's fentanyl or crack, baby. That's all it can be.
I just don't ever see my man asking me where you at and there ever in life being an issue. Because if I ask my man where he is, he gonna be like, I'm so and so and so and so. I was in a relationship, and when we went places, he would say, hey, so do you mind if I go? I'm gonna always say yes, but I thought it was cute that he asked, right? So it's like, why would you even put yourself in a long-term commitment to even have a child with somebody that you don't even want to tell where you going? Like,
that what I wasn't talking about my ex. I wasn't talking about my ex-husband. He asked me about my last relationship. I wasn't talking about
I thought you was talking about your husband. I was like, girl, I ain't never.
No, because he said about a man. No, he said about a man who wanted to marry you. But like,
that means nothing. It's the same thing. I pray that y'all don't think this changes something. She's not being married because the guy wanted to marry you.
I'm talking about somebody I didn't get married to.
Were y'all cohabitating?
Black women love to go to bat and share their location with a man they've been dating for 10 years that won't even put a ring on it. Like, who been married on this panel that share the location? Even married people don't even be sharing
I'm married, share location 17 years.
This heifer was wrong already. Oh yeah, you was dreaming, all right. This heifer is stuck in a dream state. She's stupid. She spoke with confidence too. Like, who's on here married and show their location? Everybody lifted their hands up. Oh man, ooh, I had like an epiphany right there. That just blew my mind. Like, my body got cold from listening to how stupid that was.
What you gonna do when something happened to you?
What's
and he can't find you. He can't help you.
I understand. Listen.
I make contact. Like,
yeah, that sounds good. Long as you was married, long as it was a husband, because she was talking about a boyfriend.
Right. Was they cohabitating?
A boyfriend
was I cohabitating?
The right to get
was you
her
cohabitating with him?
Because he's not going to come and save her. It's a boyfriend.
Bruiser, Sweeney, Market. You know what's funny?
And I want to say real quick while I
Hold on, y'all, because we all talking over each other. One mic.
That's important. Hold on, wait. That's important because the fact that she was cohabitating with this dude.
Yeah, she
just
can
dismantled this whole.
What does that mean? That's your man.
No, thank you.
You trying to become married?
Bruiser, Sweeney, and Marcus. One thing y'all don't learn is
a wife does before
women will check in and let they will let social media know where they at, but they won't recommend.
Darwin came on this show.
Is this hoe drunk? My bad. I didn't mean to call her I didn't mean to call her the H word, but is she drunk? She's just talking while the other guy's talking. Her nose is pissing me off, I'll be honest with you. But she's just leaning in while speaking about nothing. You better be married if you're gonna be doing what married people do. Oh God. Like, she's just so aggravating right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of hope she headbutts the camera and falls asleep. Let's get back to toxicity, right? Or I don't know. I'm so.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta get some order.
Just let Ali go. Just let Ali go.
Darwin came on the show talking about men don't listen, and he's the only group of men that's gonna listen. But then y'all say we choose wrong, and the majority of men, y'all need to mute. The majority of black men, they're not in jail. Like, wait a minute, which one is it? The majority of men don't listen, or the majority of men are good? Because you just came and admitted that most of y'all don't listen. And the thing is, you listen to rebut. You listen to argue. You don't listen to understand and repair what we're talking about. If we come to you with an issue as a leader, as a man, you're supposed to give us a solution, not whine and complain and point fingers.
But don't even tell us
and
they
wait a
don't
minute,
want-
I'm not done. And then you interject and don't even wait your turn, ignorant. And just because
This heifer tried to do that twice already and got stopped 2 times from interjecting. She's retarded.
a man wants to marry a woman doesn't mean that he's gonna make her happy. And we supposed to say, oh well, at least he want to marry. This ain't 1974 where we gotta marry the first man that comes along. If we don't like him, we don't have to be with him, Sweeney. I don't have to be with a man that want to marry me. I'm sorry to tell you, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be single than to be miserable.
I think she is single though. Why are you telling us that if you got crack?
So you're rather.
Can I respond? My bad, Sweeney.
So the whole point wasn't to point out. We laid it all out right there. That's what I was just trying to point out an issue where if you walk things down, you will start to find the nuances and how relationships break down. And there's a reason why I asked the women who was the issue in that situation, because as a man, it's going to fall on deaf ears. But if you let the women heard that story, they heard how that relationship fell apart. And even they can understand and say, damn, that doesn't make any sense. This don't make sense.
The way you ask the questions, though, the way you it's like when you say walk down, the way you ask the questions, it doesn't make sense for me. Like you could have asked different questions so you could get my perspective of it. But the way you asked the questions, it was like, yeah, it was going to seem problematic.
No,
I don't know if she accused him of leading her to make her look crazy, or what did you just say, Heifer? What did Heifer just say? That sound wild. She just tried to escape the accountability of sounding retarded on the goddamn camera. It was the way you asked the questions. Ma'am, I just asked for facts. I literally asked what happened, and then you told me what happened. She's in a relationship right now too, ain't she? That's frightening. That's frightening. Or maybe she's not. Let's just pray she's not.
Hold on, Ali.
Hold on,
Did he make you happy?
Ali.
Did he make you happy? Did you want to leave because he made
She's
you sad
interjecting.
and you didn't see a future with him? Did you see a future with this man?
I saw a future with him if he was able to change certain ways, but because he couldn't change certain ways.
As he was, you didn't see a future. He had to change. See, we got to learn to accept people.
Hold on, wait. What?
Ali,
the relationship should have been ended.
Ali,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Hold tight, Ali. Hold tight.
Ali.
Hold on, everybody. Let Sweeney finish.
Ali. So Danielle, that was the reason why I didn't ask you the questions. I asked you straight up what happened. I asked from your perspective. And I asked for specific examples, and you gave us the examples that came to your mind. You said, well, he ain't my husband, so he can't tell me what to do. Okay.
No, okay.
Hold on. I said, okay, well, okay, he ain't your husband. Did he want to be a husband? Yeah. Now, if you want to talk about what is it that will make you happy in a marriage, we could talk about that.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was just saying, like, as far as you asked me what was the issue what was one of the issues in our relationship, it was
She's trying real hard to make herself not seem crazy. It's too late, my dear.
my location. But my thing is, if I'm paying this phone bill, like, I feel like you're audacious to be asking me to do stuff with my phone. I pay the phone bill.
So I'm gonna ask you this.
What?
Do you think there are expectations? Did you have expectations of him as a man simply because he was with you, he was dating you, y'all were in a household together, right? Y'all were cohabitating, right? Did you have certain expectations of him being in that household with you as your boyfriend? Not, oh well, we both supposed to pay the light bill because we room.
Yeah, but a woman not supposed to pay bills inside of the house.
Wait. That's not what I asked. I said, were there
That depends on what type of household you got. That's not just a fact. Based on what you're saying, you wasn't traditional. So that's not how that works.
expectations that you had of him inside that house?
Yeah,
Like what?
pay the bills.
Besides that?
Listen.
Girl, how you gonna expect that man to pay your bills and he can't have your location? Do you hear how you said
I was paying I said pay the bills.
internet? Do you hear what you're saying on Beyonce's internet? You are
He was supposed to pay it before he asked for the location.
What the
He was supposed to pay it before you asked. You don't
Ali.
It was another reason. Like he wasn't satisfying you sexually.
No, you don't go and
I'm
give
just
a
jump
man
out the window and say there has to be
All right,
another.
y'all. Can y'all let Sweeney?
some low budget pick me
Okay, can
type
y'all let
stuff.
Sweeney and
Here's
Danielle
my
have it?
location. You don't pay my bills.
Ali,
That sound right. It don't sound right, girl. It wasn't the location.
Sound right. That sound like a pick me that won't.
No, I'm actually.
Oh my God, they got this drunk heifer up here talking. They got a drunk heifer up here still calling people pick-me's like it means something. It's 2025, my dear. Don't nobody care about what you saying right now. She is drunk. She is drunk. She has like 3 bottles of wine and Hennessy beside her right now. They didn't even check. They need to tell this motherfucker before she get on the camera to pan the room so you can see if she has alcohol beside her. This crazy. Oh God.
I'm actually very secure.
Oh, whoa. Don't
even provide for
don't call her
you.
a pick me, y'all. Don't do that.
Would
Don't do
you?
that.
Literally. Why
she
if the man don't do nothing for you, why are you giving him your location?
Now, you know that doesn't make sense. I don't like when people are disingenuous. I'm not going to be disingenuous, and you can call me a pick me all you want.
No,
but I'm
not
not
you.
going to
I'm
go
saying
on
it
this
sounds
channel and
like
say
if
I'm
she
going to live
did
with a
that.
man and he
No,
going to pay
if
all my bills. But when he asks me where I'm at, it's a problem.
You
That's
don't
being
pay the bills.
disingenuous.
She paid the bills. Y'all
She
put
just
things
said
in
he
one
paid
another.
She paid a phone bill, heifer. She didn't say if he didn't pay all the bills. She paid a phone bill. So if he paid all the other ones, he still paid crack.
She said he did not. She said she paid it. She pays the bills.
Did she not say he paid the bills?
She said that she had to pay her own phone bill, so she had to pay the bills. That's why I asked her. That's why I asked her. Besides the bills, what other expectation did you have of him?
Listen,
because hold on,
Ali, can you just
Ali, you like saving her right now.
Besides,
let's
keep it real. We live in a modern day society. We live in a modern day society, so we know when people cohabitate. And we know how incomes are and all of that, that majority of the time we're talking about an instance where both people are contributing to the household financially. I'm asking you because asking for your location is not a bill type of thing. So outside of paying bills, what expectations did you have of him as a man in the house with you as a boyfriend?
Dates, vacation, upkeep, like if I want to get my hair done, if I want to get my nails done. What else? Investing. It's really important that I get invested in as far as my business, like the money, like to start whatever business like I have going on or the ones I want to start up, like supporting that.
This crazy heifer just said she wanted him to get her hair, nails, pay for her business. She wanted him to do all these things. And then she also said in the beginning she wanted him to listen. She literally wanted a man. I don't know what the hell she wanted. That was wild what I just heard. That's crazy. The only person who should understand what she's saying is the Ali lady, because if you look at her, she look drunk right now.
What about protection?
Hold on, Bruiser. No.
None of the actual stuff.
I like the answers that she's giving. Okay, fair enough.
What else?
Yeah,
emotional intelligence is important. The ability to process your emotions, the ability to support. It's really important that like being a confidant, that's important. Like the ability to be able to hear me out, know how to emotionally regulate, know how to support my emotions. That's like really important to me. Security, like.
So, if I may, because that's a lot.
But the bills, I feel like the bills is like number one. I feel like if you in a relationship,
hold on, take the bills out of it, because
it's hard to take the bills out of it because that's what. But I can't for the say. Okay,
let's take an argument. Let's take the bills out of it.
Okay, I'll take it out.
Travel out of it.
Did he ever pay for your hair?
Yeah.
Was he ever there emotionally for you?
No, not really.
He never listened to you when you had issues?
Yeah. Not the way I feel like.
Oh my God, you about to change it, ain't you? You had to do the way I want you to do.
Yeah, so. It was 50-50.
What else did you mention? What was some other stuff that you mentioned?
I'm gonna let him sit and assassinate.
You wanted him to be soft.
Hold on, Ali.
Like you sit up here.
Ali, I got it, Ali. I got it. Ali, I got it.
I feel like Ali, I appreciate you taken up for me, but I feel like he has good intentions, so I'm gonna listen. But
he don't. He wants to blame you. That's why he keeps beating around the bush. You said it's his fault.
But Ali, Danielle says she's okay with it.
I'm okay with it for now. I'm okay.
JR, what's wrong with you? You gonna just keep letting her do it? You ain't gonna mute her? You ain't gonna kick her off for a little bit so then they can finish and then bring her back? You ain't gonna do none of that. You ain't gonna do none of that, right? You think because you talking with a normal voice like this is she gonna listen to you? All right.
Okay with it for now. I'll put it in the chat if I'm not.
Okay. So
this is wild.
What was his expectations of you?
They were unrealistic. All of them.
Okay, let me hear it.
The location.
That's not unrealistic.
Okay, location.
That was one.
Was that number one or was that the one? Was that the one or was that one of them?
Cooking. He wanted me to cook.
You smoke crack, don't you?
That's unrealistic.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
What else?
Cooking was unrealistic?
Hold on, Bruiser. Let
a woman cooking for you that's not your wife is unrealistic, obviously.
Oh,
God. Pay the bills.
Hold on, wait a minute, Bruiser. Hold on. We're talking about a relationship where he didn't pay all the bills. That's why I'm talking about
he didn't pay my. It's like he didn't pay my bills, but he paid all the bills. If that makes sense.
Hold on. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Even Aisha lady is losing her mind listening to this.
We're gonna touch that real quick. I'm not. Hold on, Aisha. I'm not even gonna touch that. I just want to stick on. I just want to stick to the intangibles.
What bills did he pay?
I don't know.
Were y'all living together?
Yeah.
Hold on, Aisha.
We're living together.
We want to finish because we do got to get in white back into the conversation. That's when you go ahead.
I said he was paying.
No, Isha. Let's go ahead and let Sweeney now finish it real quick.
Go ahead and finish it, please.
That's why I'm trying to keep it to the intangibles because expecting your location is an intangible. So you said you wanted him to cook. I mean, he wanted you to cook.
Yeah.
He cooked. What else did he expect of you? And then he wanted your location. What else did he expect of you?
What time I came in the house, who I was with when I was outside of the house, telling him where I'm at, just all stuff. If I'm like,
all right, let me ask you a question. Did he tell you any of those things?
I didn't ask.
But did he tell you?
Yeah, sometimes, but like I feel like he was telling me that, so I would tell him where I was at.
How do you know that?
I said I feel like.
I get that. So you assumed his intentions and never asked him?
Communication.
I told him, like, when he'd be like, "What's the problem?" I'm like, I don't do that when you out. I don't. Where you at? What you doing? Where you going?
No. I'm saying when I say you assumed his intentions,
y'all are getting lost right now. The real thing is this: she said that what he was doing was unrealistic. That's what she said. Him asking you to tell him, which is communicate and cook, was unrealistic. Y'all are coddling a woman who has she has the most not visible Down syndrome I've ever seen.
When I asked you, did he do those things for you? You said, yeah, but I think he only did it because he wanted me to do it.
That's not an assumption. If you know the person you're in a relationship with, that's not an assumption. That makes it fact.
Did you ever?
No, when you say he feels, that's an assumption. Feels is an assumption.
Ever ask him?
No, because I already knew. Do you ever ask people the stuff that you know?
Yes.
Let me interrupt real quick.
Yes, I do, because I don't assume people's intentions, because maybe if you just asked him, he would just tell you that's something that he normally does.
But it wasn't something that I wanted to do, so it didn't make sense for me to ask.
Let me interrupt. And this will be the last question. Let's just let her off the hook, bro, so we can move on. I'm just gonna ask this one question. When you do go out, Danielle, you ain't gotta answer yes or no. If you don't answer, we'll just move on. When you go out, did you hang out in the nightlife, and do you consume alcohol?
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's it. No need to ask her any questions.
What's the problem? When you hang out, do you not drink? When you go outside, do you not drink?
They're paying her. She's getting paid to be stupid. This is 2025. She's getting paid to be stupid.
Ultimately, what I'm gonna say here, Danielle,
but I feel like for him to frame that question, when he hangs out,
I'm gonna explain why he asked you that question.
She gonna keep saying people framed the question.
He framed that question that way because generally, when we have women that tend to go out, we tend to want that type of information because they are out there drinking, because they are out there in the nightlife, because it can be dangerous out there. So he may have actually cared, or I ain't gonna tap into that. I ain't gonna say that he was necessarily worried about who you were doing what with, but I'm gonna approach it from the safety standpoint.
She was in the streets, bro.
He's right.
But you are the same person that's in the streets too. So I feel like it doesn't. You literally, I asked you. I said, "Do you drink when you go out?" You didn't answer, but I answered your question. So that's like, it doesn't make sense the way you frame the question.
That's the end of this. That lady is bat crazy and retarded at the same time with Down syndrome. Big screen. Oh boy. Sorry. That was wild, okay? That lady is a done deal. She was out there being a hooker. We didn't even got to question that. That's what she was doing. This lady said she would turn her location off to go out with people and she would drink. We know what she was doing. Just because she has a soft voice, do not change the fact that she was out there gobbling dinguses. Yeah, I'm gonna go the harsh way. Gobbling dinguses. Like all of them, the hot dog lady just hitting all in. It was crazy. They wasted like 30 minutes talking to this lady. They didn't even have to speak to her. Good thing Ali finally went to the bathroom and passed out, because she was gonna just keep talking. Like, y'all gonna just let them demolish this girl or whatever to this girl. Yeah. You're next, heifer. So how about you stop speaking? Well, you can't really do her because that crack took over her. She's gonna just keep talking. Hey y'all, this was an eye opener that people like that still exist in 2025, and they talk on microphones. She was talking on a microphone saying this and said he was unrealistic. We at least know that her life is done. Anybody who see this video is going to leave her. She'll get in a relationship, and then when they see this video, they're going to leave her. If they don't, they deserve everything they get, because she's going to leave them after she's already been out doing all type of dinguses. I said it. That heifer was crazy. Nuts.
Oh, you know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.